Your favorite fat boys.
Man, I'm on the track, bitch.
What's up, everybody? It's your favorite fat boy, Jerron.
Stefan, a.k.a. Mayhem, a.k.a. Mr. Bloodymore, a.k.a. 300 kill count.
The block is hot. The block is hot.
All the time.
All day, every day. So, what we gonna talk about today, bro?
Today, we're going to talk about our illustrious city, Baltimore. More specifically, we're going to talk about crime that has happened to us.
Yes. So, I was thinking about the episode, and I was like, should we talk about the Baltimore crime going on, or most of stuff that's happened to us while we've been, living in Baltimore City? So, I figured it'd be more entertaining to talk about our own experiences versus somebody else's.
Right. So instead of just talking about the crime rate, the escalating crimes in Baltimore, we're going to talk about how crime in Baltimore has affected us. We're also going to talk about some of the things that we've noticed that only occur in Baltimore and some dangerous food spots, because there are a couple.
Yes. If you ever want to get a bite to eat, do you risk your life and limb for it, or do you just don't do it at all?
Say, fuck it, I'm going to just sit in the house and starve.
Well, you got Uber Eats now. So would the Uber Eats or Grubhub go to that dangerous food spot?
Oh, for you?
I don't know if they will now.
So you going to put a random stranger in danger?
Versus me, yes.
Makes sense.
Right. The Army does it.
All the time.
So I guess we start with... Actually, me and Stefan got robbed together.
We did. That is a shared experience that we had with crime in Baltimore.
Right. We was 17? Well, I was 17. And we were walking up from my house to the bus stop.
Because we were going to go to the mall.
We were going to the mall downtown, the gallery. And we walking, mind our business, not doing nothing. We on the sidewalk, not in the middle of the street, like most of you niggas do. And this guy was wearing a yellow flannel shirt. And what time was it? Was it like September, October? Or was it like later? Was it like, I think it might have been maybe April or May.
Yeah, it was probably going into the summer.
Yeah, it was something like that transitioning period, like we in spring about to hit summer, but it was still kind of cool. So, matter of fact, you had your big coat on.
Yeah, I had my big coat on.
Yeah, so it was like, I'll say probably like maybe late March or late April, but so we walking and talking with our friend Anthony. So I don't know why does everything involve Anthony sometimes? He's not even here. But we walking talking with Anthony, and guys in the middle of the street with his yellow flannel on. He's like kind of like swaying his hands back and forth in the middle of the street. Me and Steph, I'm talking, we're not paying this guy no mind. And then we get past him. He comes up behind me and puts the gun in my back.
Yeah, he put his arm around me. Once his arm came around me, I balled to my fist because I'm about to swing because I don't know who the fuck put their arm around
Natural
me.
reaction for Steph on like being touched.
And then I look and I see the gun in your back. I was like, well, I know what this is.
Right, because when I felt the gun, I didn't realize it was a gun at first, but I just felt like something was hard. Pause. And I turned to my left, and I see Stefan about to swing. He's like, oh shit. And he saw the gun in my back. So he told us to go in the alley. We did. Then he had his sidekick with him.
His sidekick was waiting in the wings.
Right. And he told us, like, empty our pockets. So, you told this part.
I mean, well, what is it? Anthony had two money clips in his pocket, one with a small denomination of cash and the other with the big one. He grabbed the wrong one. Yeah. So the guy got, over $100. And, the little dude took your wallet.
No, he didn't take my wallet. I pulled out my wallet. I was going to give him the $60 I had in cash to him. Because I had got my license, my full license. So I didn't want to get that up. So I'm holding on to my wallet. I'm trying to give him the cash. He's trying to take my wallet. But like, bruh, if you let me give you the cash, I keep my wallet with my license in there. He wanted my whole wallet. So I gave that up. And he took my cell phone that, it was a flip phone. Wasn't fancy back then, but it was on my phone. So he took that.
Yeah, and so and the gunman, the entire time I'm watching the gunman, I'm just waiting. He got the gun pointed at you, so I'm like, I can't do anything. He looks at me and said, "What you got?" I say, "I got nothing." He touches my pocket, my coat pocket. All right, you don't.
And he was timid. He was timid, like you had the gun. Why are you timid?
I'm a big dude, and I've had a cop tell me, you ain't about that scrapping shit."
Not with your ass.
So yeah, he touches my pocket, and he's like, "All right, you ain't got nothing." And then, that was the end of that. We leave out, and he's like, "Yo, run down the street." So Anthony and Jerron, they take off down the street. I'm walking, and I'm just looking at him. He's like, "You need to run." So I had a light jog. I'm like, I want to double back.
You definitely didn't want to run off. You was on the fine, like, nigga, if I catch you again, it's on.
I mean, granted, in the grand scheme of things, somebody got a gun and they rob it. You just give up your money. It ain't worth your life. But fuck that.
So yeah, that was my first and only time getting robbed. So it was it was definitely frightening because it's like the gun, the whole situation. It was just fucked up. Like why rob? But that's what people do. So
I mean, I guess it wasn't frightening to me because that was not my first experience.
Do tell.
That was my second experience at gunpoint. The first experience at gunpoint did not go well for the gunmen. Mm-hmm. I guess because as a teenager, I was young, reckless, and I just didn't give a fuck. So the person who had the gun on me, he was too close, mm-hmm. and he was too scared. Because I was much bigger than him, mm-hmm. and
so you was the wrong target.
Yeah, I was the wrong. In every sense of the word, I was the wrong target. I was much bigger than him. He was already scared, and I wasn't.
You should have just start over, bro. Found your elderly person in the rob, somebody else.
But it was late at night, and I was on the street, and so he lost his gun, and I hit him, twisted his wrist down, took the gun, kicked him when he was on the ground, and I actually turned the gun into the police station because they had a no ask any questions when you were turning in the weapon.
Don't ask, don't tell.
Something like that when you were turning in the gun. So yeah, that was my first experience at gunpoint.
So you're a hero.
I didn't feel that way. I felt like I should have kicked him more.
I mean, if he tell that story, probably something totally different.
I'm sure he does. How'd you lose the gun? Let me tell you about the 13 niggas who jumped me.
13 niggas, 13 and a half is a midget too. Like, what?
So, yeah, I mean, that was not, when we got robbed together, that was not my first experience with somebody pulling a gun on me.
And we're friends to this day. So.
Wait, what? Did you orchestrate the robbery?
I don't know. Why lose my wallet? My license.
Then why wouldn't we be friends to this day? What the fuck?
They orchestrate the robbery.
Let me ask the questions now that I didn't ask then.
It's cold case, nigga.
And I think the funniest part about it was like the relief that after it was over and we just like hugging it out.
Right, because man, you just never know nowadays. And back then you never know. And we was always out and about.
Yeah.
And and nothing ever happened to us until that day, and in fact they're so close to home too.
It was right up the street from your house.
Yeah, because I know me and Anthony was like, "Oh, let's go to the store." We looked up the street like anything suspicious out there. Like,
now I think the most fucked up part about that entire experience is that after we came out the alley and the dude that was there, did he rob y'all?
Oh yeah, I forgot
that random motherfucker nigga. You watched the whole thing and you ain't called no cops. You ain't say nothing to nobody, nigga.
Nothing. And then the cops came to mom as I got in the house and I was like, "My got robbed." And she got the cops and she turned off the cell phone. And they were like, "Oh, you shouldn't have did that because we could have tracked them." I'm like, "Well, who knew that?" Because I think her first thing was just like she didn't want nobody using it. So
right. I mean, she ain't nobody running up her damn phone bill.
Right. So, and then the detectives came to my house and they were like they wanted me to look through a profile book. And what was really sad about looking through that profile book, I saw at least 2 or 3 people that I went to school with. And I was like, damn, like, well, this is what happened from, elementary to middle and now we in high school,
right.
Crime can, be a activity.
I mean, it can be a lucrative activity as well. So again, and even though that wasn't even, that was my second time at gunpoint, that was my third time being robbed. Because, this happened after I worked at Popeyes, and I had got robbed when I was working down at Popeyes. But that was only because of my own dumbass negligence.
That's when you left your coat out, right?
Yeah, because I'm a big dude. I just figured I was bad as shit. I can go walk away from the bus stop, leave my coat there with my cash in my coat pocket, and go take a piss. Because, fuck it, I was an idiot.
I'm about to ask you that. Why take your coat to take a piss, though?
No, I didn't have my coat on because it was hot.
Oh, okay.
It was at night. I was hot. And I was like, well, I got to take a piss. Ain't nobody on the bus stop with me. Fuck, I'm going to leave the jacket right there.
Okay. I understand that. Yeah, that wasn't smart move.
It was not a smart move.
Yeah, I didn't get robbed again after that. I definitely, I kept my head on a swivel since then. And you should always beforehand anyway. But I've been shot at. So.
We got that in common.
Yeah. And, this is a story that my parents don't know. So they listened to the first episode, then listened to another one.
Oh, good.
So, truth moment. Me and Stefan was also together as well.
Yeah, we were. Yeah, I know exactly the day you're talking about.
This was New Year's Eve, 2005. And I was like, Stefan, you go to me this New Year's Eve party. He came with me, of course.
It was down at the Armory.
When was it? What's the Armory called? Winchester?
I don't know.
It's by Poplar Grove.
I mean, it's called the Armory.
Okay.
It's a club. It was an armory.
It was Winchester, by Winchester Apartments. We was in the hood because we were right by Poplar Grove. So we go there. They pass down and anything like that, and then Stefan will tell his funny part of it. Oh,
so we were getting patted down, and the security guard or whatever the fuck he was pulled out this small little comb that I had that I would use to pick my hair because when I used to grow it out. I know it's crazy to think about. And he's like, "Oh, what's this for?" I was like, "It's for my bush." And then the lady, the other security guard who was a lady, she's like, "You ain't got no damn bush." I said, "It's for the bush above my dick." So the security guard was like, "You need to fucking leave." So I was like, "Well, fuck it then. I'm leaving."
Look, Stefan's nice now. He real nice now. I'm telling y'all, he real nice now. But this nigga would say what came out of his mouth. And I'm like, I laugh a little bit, but like, why would you say that though?
Because I don't know what it was about the way she said it. It's like, you ain't got no bush. Like, bitch, okay. Right.
She had to say that to him. But you didn't say it to her either.
Also true. So I didn't get to go to the club that night with Jerron and his friends during the incident.
Yeah, I was with my friend from high school, James. So what happened was they told him he gotta go. So he had something in my car. I walked him back to the car for him to get it out, and I was like, "I'll take you back home." He like, "Nah, go ahead, you go ahead and stay." I'm like, "You sure?" He's like, "Yeah, you go ahead and stay with them. I just got on the bus." I'm like, "You sure?"
Yeah, it's like I knew where I was, and I knew what bus would get me home. So I'm like, I just go to the bus stop.
Right. So he got stuff out the car. The security guard followed us to make sure he wasn't getting nothing out of the car.
Yeah, right, because he just assumed that I was going to go get a gun for that little ass incident.
Right. So, and I should have went with him because one, I brought him there, and two, that'd have been the right thing to do. To just like, all right, man, we going. He can't get in. I'm not going to go in there with them. But I foolishly stayed behind. And so when we left, I forgot where I was. I knew the Poplar Grove area a little bit. I used to talk to this girl over there. That's the reason I didn't know where I was at. I was talking to some girl in the neighborhood. So,
I recall. I know the girl you're talking about.
So, but it was dark, so it just didn't look familiar to me at that moment. So I'm pretty much following these guys. It's like I was in my car, and my friend James was in another car. So we was like probably 2 cars deep. And so we come out the parking lot. We go make a right out the parking lot, and then something happens with like in this line of cars. So somebody in James' car gets out and starts cussing at these niggas and everything in the car. Fuck y'all niggas ain't shit. Y'all some bitches. Da, da, da. Granted, it's always a little nigga in the group. This nigga like 5'2", running the bumping his guns. So I'm like, what the fuck is this nigga doing? He gonna get us hurt. That was a prelude to things to come. So the cars in front of him double back and go up in the cut somewhere. So we as dummies, fucking double back and go down the same street they did too. Like we come out the same street, but we going back the other way. We should have made a right at the parking lot. So that mean that we should make a left. So that make the right. So when we going up the street here, we creeping. Why we creeping? I don't know. I'm following them, so they kind of slow down a little bit. So that's what I'm doing. Out the corner of my eye on my left hand side, I see a girl throw up her hood and then duck. And I'm like, well, why is she ducking? My window on the passenger side shattered. They start to drive, and then they hit the brake or they hit something because they stalled, and then like 2 more shots let off. The car didn't get hit, we didn't get hit, but that was like I wanted to get the fuck up out of there. So we drove out there and everything, and then we ended up at somebody's house, whatever, and my window's gone. It's a cold ass night. My window is gone. So when I get back home, I told my parents like, my window got busted out. Yeah, and I was like, they were how it happened. So I didn't tell them, of course, like it got shot at, because then they let me go out the house again. So I told them that somebody's going around vandalizing cars we was parked at, and that was that. So they took me to get my window fixed the next day. So Mom and Dad, now you know the whole story.
Your boy be lying about shit.
Yeah, another Baltimore little fat Club Extremes. Remember that?
Ah, yeah, Generation Extremes, baby.
Right. So I was supposed to go with you to the club, and they were like, "What's the name of the club?" Like Generation Extremes. Oh no, that sounds dangerous. You ain't going there.
It was out Towson. It's filled with the whitest people.
Right. So if they were let me do that, I knew, and that was we was in high school. So yeah, we was in high school then. So they wouldn't let me go to a club called the Streams. So I knew if I said my window got shot at, I would never leave the house again.
So yeah, I have a similar getting shot at experience, but mine is more so because of my own hubris. I was a teenager and I was fucking invincible. So I was going to your neighborhood, your house, either your or Anthony's house at the time, and this little boy on a goddamn Razor scooter kept riding up and hitting me. I don't know why. I was walking past Winston Middle School and he felt precocious. Kept riding up, and I was like, you know what? If he does this shit again, he is going to feel my wrath. Mm-hmm. So the last time he rolled up and he came to hit me, I threw his ass off his Razor scooter, took the Razor scooter, and chucked it into somebody's yard. He's like, I'm going to go get my brother. Get him, bitch. And instead of me just leaving, I waited for his brother to get there. Because you know what? If we gonna scrap, we gonna motherfucking scrap.
That's how you sell a fight, though. You go get your brother, not the gun.
Right. And so now his brother came up and was like, yo, what the fuck you doing to my brother? I'm like, yo, your brother being an asshole run up and hit me. And he was not trying to hear my very worldly debate about what his brother was doing. So instead of him hearing my point in my side of the issue, he just slugged me. And it was a good punch. I felt that. And so after I took that hit, we scrapping, and then I got the better of him. I mean, I got him good. I'm on top, and it's ground and pound.
Oh, yeah.
And so he got up. He's like, oh, I got your bitch ass. I was like, well, you just got beat. You the bitch today.
And with the got hands and banter.
And so, and then I go to your house. I didn't tell anybody that the incident occurred because I'm like, so it's like, this is some normal shit for me, getting into a fight and then go about your business. So like a week later, I'm in the same neighborhood and I see the boy and I'm like, and he's like walking up on me. I was like, this motherfucker don't want no more what I gave him. These like hands is vicious.
You do it like this too, weren't you? Like, yeah.
shaking up, cock my motherfucking muscles. And so I'm like, but he is coming up on me kind of quick. Next thing I know, he pulls out the gun. I said, oh, that's the reason. It's not that you're brave and you want to try your hand again. You have a gun.
I got that fire.
And he starts letting off shots, and I'm booking it. I duck through the woods. I'm gunning for my life. And then I went to your neighborhood, and I didn't tell anybody that this shit just happened. I almost lost my fucking life.
You know what's funny? He told me all this and he went away to college and came back.
Yeah, it was years later. I was like, I almost lost my life when I was going to your house before.
Man, I'm glad you know how to duck and weave because I would have been friendless.
So yeah. So I had a similar shooting incident, but again, it's because of my own hubris.
Man, I'm glad you wising up.
I was an arrogant motherfucking teenager. Because I gotten into so many fights and won so many of them. I'm like, hey, can't nobody beat me, but gun beats fist every day.
Look, you've got fights in the street. I got a fight in camp. So you got a fight in camp. That was that. I bring weapons to camp. I hope they did.
Well, everybody brought a weapon on the street.
Yeah.
So come on, more crime experiences. What you got?
Rob shot at. I seen somebody get shot, of course.
Yeah.
I was at another function with James. So after this incident, me and James realized we can't keep hanging around these guys no more because shit happens. So we was at this party. It's on Bel Air Road somewhere, and it was like at a warehouse, and it was cool. Like the party was cool and everything like that. But something was going on, not amongst us, but amongst this other group of guys in there. And James was like, yo, we about to leave. Things getting thick. I'm like, all right, cool. That's fine. We get outside, and the helicopter's out there, and it's shining over where the parked cars at and everything. But while this is happening, niggas are going to their trunks.
Of course,
so
that's what you do.
So I'm like, what they going to the trunk for? Mind you, the most popular song out at this point is
Bone Crusher.
Yes. So I'm hopped outside and all that.
By that here in the trunk.
So that's the most popular song out. So that's pretty much playing the back of my head. But why are you going to the trunk? James told me, nigga, get down. Because something about to let off. So I ducked with him. And nobody fired at that point. Because the police were like, the helicopter was saying something over the announcement. And we got in the car, we drove off. But as we were driving off, I was in the back seat. I looked up in the rearview mirror. And I see these two guys come up to each other. He raises his arm. Flash. And dude drive back.
Motherfuckers had an old-fashioned duel?
I guess so. But it's a little one-sided though. Because I don't remember seeing the dude raise his arm. So, but it seemed like it was a clean, headshot almost. So I remember that very vividly. So I'm like, whew, I'm glad we got that shit.
Yeah, I think the first time I saw somebody get shot is when I was still living on Craig Avenue.
What up, Craig Avenue?
And so I'm hearing people arguing in the back on the street chateau that's right behind Craig, and I'm like, oh man, they really going at it. Next thing I hear is like, yo, that's my motherfucking money you playing with. I was like, oh damn, somebody about to get shot. So I'm out on the balcony just looking at the situation. Next thing pow! I said, yep, called it. As soon as somebody's screaming, they talk about their money, I was like, yeah, somebody about to get shot.
Especially when you say my motherfucking money.
and then the people who did it, I will not speak any names. They ran, around, and then they run into the little alleyway. He's like, yo, snitch. Sure, let's go with that one. And he's like, yo, ditch the gun. I'm just watching a whole scene unfold. And now the funny thing is that my brother, he was out of the house, and his baby mother was there, and she's like hysterical because she's thinking that it might have been him. So I'm like, I knew it wasn't. And then my mother was like, go with Shanae and make sure that it wasn't Ricky. I was like, well, I know it wasn't Ricky, but okay, I'll go anyway.
It ain't him.
It's like, I know it wasn't him because I just watched the whole thing unfold.
You tell them that?
I did not tell them that.
You keep a lot of stuff.
I do.
You keep secrets.
I do. I keep a lot of secrets. I know a whole lot of shit I ain't never tell nobody.
Hey, that's how it's supposed to. That's what it's a secret. It was between just you.
And so yeah, and then we went out and we saw the guy laid out on the ground, and somebody running out there crying because that was somebody's child or somebody's boyfriend or whatever. Mm-hmm. But it wasn't my brother, and again I knew it wasn't him because I watched the whole thing.
Yeah, I think. Those are probably the three best things I can remember growing up. Like I said, me and James we not hanging around them no more because too much is happening around these group of people.
Yeah, I mean, You ain't built for hanging out in sticky neighborhood.
Me? No. Because we hung around somebody else, somebody gonna get hurt, I was gonna snitch. One or two. And I had no problem snitching. Especially if I knew James. James, somebody, we was friends since like 10th grade. So I'm like, yo, that's my boy. I'm gonna look out for him. But these other niggas, I don't know y'all that well. So I think something that you said to me a while back too was like, you always somebody who, ran the streets pretty much. And so you was able to go in neighborhoods and things like that with a problem or with not a problem. But you're not going to put me in that situation because that's not what friends do.
Yeah, I always said this. I will never put you in a situation that you not capable of dealing with.
Right. So we go out somewhere, it's like, well, I know he going to have my back and I will have his back. If not, he can have the whole fight. So you want to square with me, you got to see me Tuesday and Thursday, Saturday and Sunday. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'm out.
You guaranteed to win that one.
Right, you can win that one, but that's just petty on your part. You try to have your Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You ain't no real nigga.
Hit the nigga right after he come from dialysis.
What kind of nigga is you? So,
all right. So I mean, like, I have plenty of stories, and maybe one of these podcasts we can get into them. Growing up in the hood. Yeah. So we talking about Baltimore. We talking about the crimes that we experienced. Now, what's some of the dangerous food spots in Baltimore?
Man.
So I got one that is pretty dangerous, pretty famous.
Yeah. I think the one that I can think of is, I think Corner Carryout off of York Road, and was it Wilburn? That used to be really dangerous because they changed it a lot over the years. Mm-hmm. They definitely remodeled it, but like. I remember when I used to go there at elementary school with my mom. That place was definitely very, very sketchy. They had bulletproof glass back then. Yeah. So, but the one spot I could think of was off of North Avenue and before St. Paul or North Carolina was a Chinese food spot, and they had it on the news that like this guy placed an order. He had some kind of altercation with another customer in there. The guy shot him in the leg. He's bleeding on the floor. But people are still coming in, placing their order. Not paying him not look at mine.
Said it's a regular occurrence at their spot.
Right, so.
I mean, at least he had the acumen enough to shoot the man in the leg.
Yeah, that blowing the brains out.
It must be just Chinese food in Baltimore that's just seriously dangerous.
Because
my spot, Yao Brothers on Exeter Hall in Greenmount. The best yakka meat in the fucking city, but 4 people were murdered there in 3 years.
Oh, some yak?
Over that yak.
That's where y'all need to get that dirty yak from? Y'all get that dirty yak from y'all brothers. It's costing your life.
So I think part of the problem is that you can only use cash there. So if you go into Y'all Brothers, everybody know you got money on you.
Yeah, I hate spots like that because I'd rather use my card because like it's a kind of few spots like that they don't take cash. And I'm like, if somebody robbed me and I got $20, $30, $40 on me or more.
I mean, you walk into that spot, they know you got cash on you.
So that's a quick fix. Shit, the hairdressing in the store used to get robbed all the time too. That's sad. You robbing that? Well, that's not. It's sad you rob a hair salon, but
they got money.
Yeah, that's like a busy first of the month. We shouldn't give you no ideas.
Right. Any criminals watching this, stop.
Right.
I do not condone your criminal activity, even though I'm gonna tell you how to do it.
Yeah, so dangerous food spots. I'm always sketchy. I don't know. I'll say I'm on the edge to go somewhere in the hood because I'm like, you just never know. So like, I'd rather like stay somewhere close that I know it's not going to be any. Well, crime can happen anywhere.
Oh yeah.
I'd rather like go somewhere I know there hasn't been any crime recently. That I can go in there and get
check something. The police blotter.
Right. Put the APB out today.
So yeah, I mean, that's because I lived out right down the street from it, a block away, and I would go there, every so often. But yeah, people just kept getting killed, going in or coming out of Y'all Brothers.
You lived in some dangerous spots, period.
You know I did.
Craig Avenue was hot. I stopped going. When you moved out there, I stopped going around there because I think like a year or two after you moved away from there, this dude got shot at the Exxon in the head. And I was like, I'm not going to get gas. It's cheaper gas. You can probably find Northeast Baltimore.
Right.
So, but yeah, Craig Avenue,
Yeah, lived on Liberty Heights.
Liberty House.
So yeah, Liberty Heights was jumping.
Right.
Said Rob Street.
Rob Street was popping.
Yeah.
Popping with the fiends.
So yeah, I lived in the hood for quite a while.
Right. And then as the hall.
Yeah.
Nothing happened in Marble Hall though, did it?
No, not really.
Yeah, nothing happened in Marble Hall. We lit up there. Except saw a big ass raccoon one day. He perhaps committing crimes, but
More than likely.
so. And then that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I said I've lived in the hood for quite some time.
Now you out the hood. Thank goodness.
Yeah. Sorry, before we close this out, things that you've only seen in Baltimore. So I got something that I've only ever seen in Baltimore, but things that you've only ever seen in Baltimore. No other cities.
Selling waters on the corners. And I even want to up you. I seen a guy on MLK selling 40s. Well, he sold a 40 and drunk his 40 and tried to sell it. So
do I ever see people selling waters in other cities? Honestly, I don't think I do. Huh. I've been in a lot of cities and I don't recall anybody doing that. All right.
I think that's a really good hustle. It's not hurting nobody. Because of course if you have a business, you have a license to sell to sell your goods and everything, but it's water. So
I got one better. Baltimore is the only city that I've ever seen where the separation between opulence and disenfranchisement is one fucking block.
Amen to that.
I've never seen it in any other city. Any other city to get from the hood to the really expensive neighborhoods takes you a minute. But in Baltimore, you coming up Cold Spring, you cross York Road, they're $1 million homes. But on the other side, there are fucking hood projects.
He ain't lying.
You go motherfucking downtown, you cross one block, and there are $500,000 homes. But on the next block, you got fucking Latrobe.
He ain't lying. Cause you on your road, behind your road is Friends, Boys Latin, Gilman.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Rolling Park Country?
Yeah.
So, and those are
right off of Northern Parkway.
Those are all private schools, and they ain't cheap either. But
go the other way. I said the separation between the haves and the have-nots is a block. I don't understand the mentality that keeps it that way, but it is ridiculous, and I've only ever seen it in Baltimore.
So we're gonna, talk about probably more about that. I'm going to Atlanta next weekend, so I don't plan on going to the hood because I don't know nobody there, so I'm not going to the hood. I'm going to be in the downtown area, so
I got family that lives in Atlanta.
Oh, okay. Tell them I said hi.
You tell them I said hi.
Well,
you be in Atlanta.
Tell them I'm coming. I need a place to stay.
Oh, you already booked your hotel.
Oh,
you should have said that beforehand. I could have got you in there.
Okay. Well, next time I know. So, anything else we touch on?
Said I think that's it for today.
Okay.
Say, well, that's the show, and as always, let me do my spiel. Check us out on YouTube. Hit us up on our Gmail. Listen to us on SoundCloud, Spotify, Google Music Play, and iTunes. And as always, peace out.
Subscribe, like, comment. Peace.